New this week, World War II Online hits Steam, ARMA 3 has new DLC, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has an update preview, and also Foxhole has an update preview. Starting out this week, World War II Online, the massive multiplayer online game that takes place on one single 300,000 square kilometer map, recently released on Steam, to some pretty good results. Using SteamSpy.com as our reference, we can see that World War II Online has over 14,000 owners currently, and the game peaked out at 415 concurrent users. And now these stats are for Steam only. There still is a standalone client that a lot of people who've been playing the game for a long time still use, such as myself. So these numbers plus personal experience from what I've seen on the server right now is the best time to try this game out. You can play for free. There's plenty of people to play with, plenty of people to crew up with. There really has never been a better time to be a fan of this awesome MMO. So if you're interested, the link is in the description below. Next up, ARMA 3 has new DLC that is pretty unique for the military gaming world. The Laws of War DLC looks to add a faction that is non-combat focused. This faction will be providing humanitarian aid and investigating potential war crimes on the island of Altus. Now this new DLC will be adding additional features to ARMA 3 for people who do not choose to buy the DLC. It'll be adding cluster bomb strikes with the potential of having unexploded ordnance from those cluster bombs, several improvements to mines and clearing the mines, the ability to make and customize and drop leaflets, and updating the sandbox world of ARMA 3 with new laws of the armed conflict. Those who do choose to buy the Laws of War expansion will get a mini campaign called the Remnants of War. The Remnants of War campaign follows the story of an explosive specialist who is tasked with identifying and deactivating mines after the war in the Republic of Altus and Stratus has ended. One nice thing about this DLC though is that half the proceeds from it will go to a real humanitarian aid organization, the International Community of the Red Cross, or the ICRC. Next up, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is back in the news, of course. Sometime next week, they haven't officially announced when, they'll be getting a new patch adding a new weapon, the Mini 14. And hooray, hooray, this weapon is not going to be a crate drop weapon. It'll be available throughout the world. Now, very similar to the SKS, the Mini 14 is a semi-automatic rifle, but this one should be a 5.56 rifle, so adding some variety out there in the world. Along with the new weapon, they're adding a new weather effect, foggy weather condition. Also with this patch, of course, there'll be some bug fixes, and finally, I can see how bad I am doing in first-person perspective because they're adding a leaderboard, finally at last, for first person. And finally, I want to talk about the game Foxhole because it is getting an update on September 14th, the Amphibious Warfare update. And we've kind of known about this update for a little bit now, but we are finally getting some previews of what we're going to get in this update. And as the name implies, we're getting things that help facilitate amphibious warfare. We've gotten images and videos of the shipyard and barge now allow you to transport troops and vehicles across water. And also in the same devlog that showed those off, we got some new previews of potential tank traps as well as some new vehicle designs to help separate the two different factions within the game of Foxhole. If you have not checked out Foxhole yet, I highly encourage you to do so. This game is constantly updating and it's well worth the early access money right now. But that's gonna do it this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's anything I missed or you had any comments about anything I covered, please let me know in the comments down below. But until next time, have a great one. Later.